Alrighty, it's the next day. Came out here, got me 2 coat hangers, and we've just tied that up. And yeah, no idea how well that's going to work, but it's better than dragging it on the ground. I've already worn a hole in the bottom of the pipe right ahead of the muffler. So we're just gonna never fix the muffler. She's not loud enough to be worth it anyway. Looks to be a hole rusted out in the bottom of the trunk, but I'm not too concerned about that. Just got this floor mat out, and there's a bit of water on it. Not sure how that's getting in. It's probably the same way it's getting in on the other side. It's just so minor that I can't really notice it. Yeah, see, so I probably need to bust this guy out. And, looks like the radiator. Come on now. No. There you go. Looks like the radiator leaks. I don't know if you can really see from down here. There you go. I can't see, but you can probably see. I can't turn the camera. There we go. See that wetness? That's water coming out the radiator. In some way, shape, or form. I think it's either one of the hose connections on the radiator or the radiator itself. It seems to hold some amount of water, but not all of the water. Undercarriage doesn't look horrible. There's a little more rust than I would like, but free car. Whoop, that fell off. You just go right on back into being in here and stay there, please. Okay. Just stay. 3 of tires are still holding air. That one's dead flat again. Doesn't look like anything new has fallen off of it. Nothing's on fire. Checked all the fluids. Everything looks pretty good. Nothing looks horrible other than the entire overflow tank on the radiator was gone, and I don't know whether that leaked out of the heater core. And I think she just leaks when she's pressurized, because she was a gallon low after I drove her out of the grave, and I probably ran her slightly less than I did. Probably the same amount as I did then. I think she's about 2 gallons low now. Just pop the hood, look at it. It didn't percolate in as well as it did initially. As you can see, put water in the overflow, and the overflow has water in it now. But when I squeeze on this guy, well, now there's water. It's filling up. I can't see any active leaks down there. So anyway, we'll just keep watching it. Maybe I'll run it for a while and just see if I can see it steam. The engine does not put on much heat very quickly. She just got up to operating temp that last time, so I just need to watch that and not leave her idling for any extended period of time. Well, I think hell's freezing over, because it's like 70 degrees in September here, which is about 25 degrees too cold. So we're gonna get you some cold start action here. Yeah, some 70 degree starts. That's a cold start for here. But anyway, turns out I've got 2 flats now, so I can't just swap on the spare. I'm still gonna swap that one out at the very least. Well, I'll swap that back one out and then move. Just fucking forget about that one. I'm not at the point where I'm willing to put slime in these tires because I still want to change them. Did some research, and unlike my Jeep, where getting a good set of off-road tires is like $100 a piece, I can get a set of complete fucking garbage tires for this thing brand new for less than 40 bucks. So we might even get new tires for this, except not. I'm just gonna go find some place and get some cheap garbage ones off of Camry or something for like 20 bucks a pop. But anywho, I'm just gonna move this over to the house so I can start vacuuming it out, clean it up, work on some other stuff, and still got just as much water in it as there was when I left it last week. So it's only the radiator that's leaking, and it's only leaking when the thermostat's open. So either it's a pressure related leak, or it was, filling up the heater core or something, and that's just why it went down so much. I'm going to try and run it and get it up to temp again, see if that leaks still pretty significant. And if it is, I'm going to add some stop leak to the system. I hate using that stuff, but I also hate having to spend $500 to rebuild a cooling system on a old piece of shit like this. So that'll work, I think, maybe, hopefully. Just went to put the battery in, I just noticed something gnarly. These wires are just all kinds of fucked up. They weren't that bad when I left it, and they're just all chewed up. I wonder if the battery's was sitting on this and it just like vibrated it to hell, or if I've got a mouse who just like came in here and decided he wanted to eat wires for some reason. Hope it's not a mouse. But yeah, I'm gonna just get this the hell out of the way somewhere, I guess, and then put the battery in before I set this thing on fire. It definitely looks like little dumbass stupid rat teeth. Well, that's great. So I get for parking it over here next to the brush. Guess we have to leave it by the house. God, I don't know how the fuck it just like ran up the tire and just like ran in here and ate all the wires and left. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to start cold without using any ether. I'm gonna give it 3 full glow plug cycles. I was gonna try and do 1, but it's just so dang cold today that I don't know how much life I got left in that battery, so I'm not gonna take any chances. We're gonna get her nice and warm. Alright, foot on brake. Yep, she's gonna need a little ether. And or the glow plugs are fucked. And the only reason it was starting is because it was 90 something out. Ether time. I got her going. She definitely likes ether. I'm gonna check the blow by pulling this oil cap off and then letting it sit. And if it pops up and flies and spins away into the brush, then we know it has way too much blow by. That's really good. I mean, it's not great, but it's way better than what I thought it probably was. Well, it looks like I'll definitely have to get in here and replace this busted injector line that I broke last time and then wasn't able to get back on. That's fun. Don't really know the best way to get that off. I'd rather not have to disassemble that entire linkage structure. But it's just a pain in the ass, but it's spewing diesel everywhere. So that's nice. Alright, I think I have that on there as far as it's gonna fucking go and as far as I'm willing to fucking push it. I also just noticed that the reason why I have no power is because the throttle is just totally, absolutely fuckity-fucked. There, that's where that's supposed to be. Not there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, damn. Breaking shit. I also noticed we have an aftermarket cabin vent, so I'm just gonna fix that. Fixed. Alright. I even replaced the hood latch so that I could get rid of this thing. Because that was like $4, so I said screw it. I had to get some O-rings anyway, so I bought one of those, and that works nicely. And I'm not going to try and open this one-handed. Well, just got the air compressor out here, putting an unprecedented amount of PSI in these tires, and they fucked. Oh damn, we even got the Projecto belt technology, enhanced traction on the fly. Choice. That was pretty damn good. Beautiful. Still got a ways to go, but that's looking much better. Alright, so in an effort to temporarily unfuck the rat fuckery, I've taped up all these wires, which seem to not make a difference for anything. Probably just something really important. And I've just taped them all up with electrical tape just so they don't accidentally short something out and set the car on fire and kill me. And we're going to take this bag of Rad-X, which claims to be non-toxic rat and mice control with the active ingredients corn gluten meal and sodium chloride. So I have no fucking idea how this is supposed to control rats, because that literally just reads that's corn nuts. This is tortilla chips. I don't know how that is rat control, but we're gonna take the bag, just shove it in this hole where the rats are getting in, and if it ends up being toxic to rats, they'll have to eat that to get through it, so they'll be dead. And just gonna take the battery and huck it on in here. That's good. How's wrong with this thing? Jackass. Alright, well I got the green goo and the blue goo out here, and I was just wiping down the windows in here, and it turns out the windows in the interior are clean as hell. But as you can tell by the what's going on there with the plastic in this blue goo, I think this bottle of Windex is probably the same age as the car, and so we're just having to do one of those to clean this thing off. And she is scuzzy. Well, we don't got blinkage, but we got indication. See, the running lights work. You look like a running light to me. Oh, got those. Headlights. Running lights still on. And we got headlights. And we got running lights. Damn. See if we got high beams. One of those look like it's out. Oh, we got high beams. I don't think that works though. That's neat. What the heck is? I wonder where the emergency is. See, the wipers work. Oh no. That is horrible. Well, that's kind of reassuring. She's slowly getting up the temp. I'm just trying to get the thermostat open so I can identify the water leak. It doesn't seem to be leaking at idle. I don't think the fuel sender's working at all anymore. Also, last time I had that horrible click. Oh, that's interesting. I had that horrible click from the dash. I think that's actually the mechanical speedometer being seized and just generally being unhappy. Alright, let me see if I can throw a rod for you. Well, she does like 5,000, 6,000 RPM, however many thousand. It's more thousand than my Jeep does. No problem. Sounds really good when at high RPM. She's shaking like an epileptic on a stagecoach though, so the motor mounts are just deleted. Then up to 80C. Let's see if we're losing water yet. Anything fresh. That hasn't really gone down at all. It's vibrating, but not violently. This is having not a good time. not entirely sure why. Turbo's not vibrating too bad. I think I might have pulled this off of something. We'll pay attention to that later. Oh. Stay, good dog. 80. Ha! Let's drive her around. That'll keep her from getting too creative. I got my windows nice and clean. And the dew holder even works. So let's go burn alive. That is an angry speedometer. At least I think it's the speedometer. It's sort of working. It says we're going 10 miles an hour. It also says we're at about 110 degrees Celsius. So I think thermostat doesn't work. May need to pull her over, or at least not put her in the ketchup. Well, the cooling system seems stable at 110, so it's clearly boiling all the water off, which is probably why I lost so much water last time. So we're just gonna limp back home and not try and get this thing above like 1500 RPM like I'm doing now. It seems the speedometer is working. It just doesn't come back down because I'm clearly not doing... Oh, now it's coming back down. It's doing... Yeah, that click is definitely it. It's at least I know it's not something that's gonna kill me. It's getting kind of warm. All right. Okie dokie. So the cooling system is not happy. So that wetness down there was from the overflow and not from the radiator, which to me says that the thermostat is sea solid, which makes a lot more sense. And she was just right boiling everything out. So I think that's what the problem was before, is I had this cap on and it was just boiling everything out. That's why she wasn't getting above 110. However, I did learn that the blower works. So that's nice. I put it all the way to hot and doesn't seem to be making any hot. Could just be that I boiled all the water off so there's nothing in the heater core so it can't get hot. But we definitely want to fix that. Because at the very least, I want to be able to use the heater core to cool this thing off if I need to. Yeah, see, we're getting nothing. No circulation on that at all. So something's not circulating. Watch this. I just made it do something interesting. Oh. Well, I got the vacuum shut off to work before. Now it doesn't work. I think it needs to take quite a while to build a vacuum. Yeah, so I think this is the thermostat, and I can put my hand on it. There's like no heat. There's the radiator. Geez, like 90 degrees. Here's this hose. Real hot, like 150. Yeah, and the block's like 200. So yeah, thermostat's seized. But luckily it looks like that's hopefully decently easy to get off. Oh, so what do we need? We need accelerator linkage bushing, and we need a thermostat. I think I might have found how to make the car shut off. Alright. And if I shut her off, then open the door, it runs. Well, it did it. You have to believe me. Literally the second I shut the camera off, it did it. Alright, so after much grunting and groaning, I finally got all 20 of the lug bolts loose. They were on there with probably 150 foot-pounds, and took all of my upper body strength and then all of my obeseness to get them free, and had to jump on I think 18 out of the 20 to break the torque. They're good on there, but they all feel free. They all feel good, so that's a good sign. Looking down in here, probably can't see too well. The brakes are definitely not working worth a shit at the moment, because otherwise they should have cleaned most of that rust off. They're just barely working. This tire is totally dry, rotten, and fucked. And feeling on the tread here on the outside, it is bald. And on the back, it's probably got another 5,000 miles of life, as you can sort of see. And over here on this side, it is actually 100% bald right here, with maybe 2,000 miles of life left on it, as you can see there, and it's decently dry rotten. This guy, super dry rotten. This is the one with the Projecto belt dynamic traction technology, and this is a different brand. This is a, what is it, Dayton, and it's probably got a good 10 to 15,000 miles of tread life left on it, but it's dry rotten as all hell. Wear feels slightly higher in the middle, but not any amount I would be worried about. And this guy over here has a good bit more dry rotting, but this has held the air better than any of the other ones. And it is noticeably more bald in the center, and it probably has 3,500 miles of life left in it. So yeah, she was due for new tires when she got parked, so we're definitely going to do that at some point. Looks like this brake caliper is working better in the rear one. Haven't looked at this side. That one's not working too great. It is pretty, seems that it is working though, and that one's more of the same. We also have additional rat protection. Wabam. I love these Tomcats. They work great. You can see my Bago rat tortilla chips up there, and I'm just gonna take this and stick it right there, like that. There we go. Any rat who wants to get over there is gonna have to go through that. That's my thought, at least. I guess he could climb the tire. I don't really got another place to put it, so we're just gonna set it there. I may bait that, throw some birdseed in it, but generally, in my experience, that just draws the rats in when they otherwise wouldn't be there. And you get the first rat, he dies, and all the other rats show up, and they eat all the birdseed off his corpse, and then start running around. So we're just gonna leave it as a passive deterrent. Also, I moved her to the other side of the yard, and there are known rats there, but got a lot more distance between it and the rats than before. Got a nice clear opening right here with good clear sky, so generally rats don't like to run around out in the open because they get ate. Well, went in here to try and free the spare and found one of those, so that's cool. Learned a little bit more about the history of the car just now. Cousin came over and took a photo of me trying to break the lug nuts free and sent that to the other cousin, who was the oldest owner of the car I knew, and she apparently bought it used in '95. Drove that, gave it to her dad. He drove it until my uncle bought it, and then my uncle gave it to his middle child for her to drive since she hated Beulah, and she drove it until the AC and the starter quit, then gave it back to my uncle, who then fixed the starter, who then gave it to his youngest, who then drove it for good long while. He took his driver's test with it, and I think at some point some of the migrant workers were driving it to and from the farm, because I've got some dental receipts in there from a Mexican sounding name, a guy who nobody knows, so I'm assuming he was one of the migrant workers. Could have just been that my cousin was driving him to and from the dentist. I don't know. And then it was parked, and then it was traded to the family friend, and then I stole it. Anywho, I'm just getting in here to try and free this spare tire because the wing nut is absolutely fucked, and I'm trying not to get bit by that big ass house spider, which I don't think are super venomous, but I'd rather not get bit one way or the other. Yeah, she's just gonna stay there. Well, we definitely got leakage, and I'm not sure where the leakage is coming from, but it's leaking. Don't really... This is dry, so it's not there. I'm assuming it's coming from one of these holes somewhere. Not wet there. It's just wet there. It's probably that. I bet it's that. We're gonna say it's that. So anyway, hey, pencil. This is just fucked. So we're gonna get some penetrating oil on it and then get after it with that and a crescent wrench and see if we can break it free. Because I think that's probably better than what I have on the car. And oh, that trunk. Oh, that sounds crunchy. That's probably not good. Well, I just filled it up with penetrating oil and did some of that, and think she's finger tight free now. Yep. Ooh, that's crunchy. Yep. That's not bad down there. Hoo-wee. Well, at least the drain hole's open. Ooh, we got a new drain hole. Nice. Well, this looks like it used to be the emergency toolkit for the car. I don't really know what that is. It's like a spark plug wrench. I don't know why the hell that's in here. This floor is like a one good kick from just totally blowing out. Like, yeah, that's sharp. Why am I doing that? She's not in a good way. Not in a good way. Did have another drain though. Just didn't do any good. So I'm just gonna sweep some crap out of here and pretend I didn't see any of that. Spare actually looks really good. I don't see any dry rotting at all. It's got a dimple on it, but I think that can just continue to be the spare. She's pretty good. Other than that dent, never seen a tire dent like that. Alright, well this is indeed the thermostat housing, so I've got a thermostat on order, and just preemptively I'm just gonna soak the ever-living piss out of this in penetrating oil, just so that it's nice and evaporated off when I come to replace that here and whenever the hell these show up.